that Colombian mercenaries have been fighting in Darfur, as well as reporting and helping you understand that 1.5 million Darfurians are dying because of this genocide and this starvation of people of El Fasher. Let me explain to you how these Colombian mercenaries have gotten there. There is a company called Global Securities Group in the United Arab Emirates. They have been working directly with a Colombian firm called the International Services Agencies, and they went and recruited these mercenaries. Now, Colombia has had a lot of war, a lot of issues, and a lot of problems. So they have well-trained troops, and they internally thought, okay, this is a great idea, because the UAE was offering to pay $2,600 for everyone that was going that wasn't any kind of officer, and $3,600 for everyone who was a battalion or sergeant. Now, they first started showing up in Darfur in December, and Africa Reports opened this story wide up. They also named the people who are working on this, and I'm going to give you specific names. Colonel Quijano is running this from Dubai for the Emirates. The Emirates. One of the battalion leaders in El Fasher is Ivan Dario Castillo Rodriguez. His deputy is John Jaro Mondon Davio, and these fighters from Colombia were told, and they were hired, they were told for protecting oil wells and oil sites. They went into Libya because they were also told that was the best way to get in. So in December, they went through Libya. The Libyans under General Haftar, who is in charge kind of the eastern half of the country, took their passports, took their travel cards, and they even went so far as to take Bogota bus passes from these people. And they said the only way home is to kill everyone in El Fasher. So some of them, about 50 to 80, have escaped. There are at least 150 who have died in recent days, and the Somalis have reported, and please excuse me if I pronounce this wrong, Bosaso. The Somalis have reported that the Emiratis are recruiting very poor Somalis using the same tactic, but they're not really falling for it. Now, the United Arab Emirates has put into the ports in Somalia a great deal of money because they are trying to control as much as they can of Africa. But they're failing because the Somali parliamentarians are very much against transshipping, and that's what they called it when I talked to one of the parliamentarians, transshipping these mercenaries, because they realize what's happened once they get to Darfur, to Niala, which is one of their headquarters, and going in to literally exterminate the Darfurians. That is 1.5 million people. And these Colombians were told that they were supposed to train people to support the oil wells. Well, guess who they've been training? 10 to 12-year-old Sudanese boys, child soldiers. All of this is in violation of the United States terrorist laws, because the RSF, who they're working for, is a terrorist organization. This is against the United Nations, who has denounced this. The president of Colombia has tried to shut this down. So as Americans, we can demand that the UAE stop the funding of genocide, that we stop the importation of Colombian hardened mercenaries, that we stop the Libyans stealing their passports and refusing to let them go when they realize they're not there to protect oil sites. They are there to train children to kill their fellow citizens. all of this is beyond the pale. So the Colombians call themselves the desert wolves. We must stop the desert wolves. They have been given little ability to stop anything themselves. They feel trapped. They are trapped by the Libyans. They are trapped by Abu Dhabi. And this is genocide. We must stop the bombardment of El Fasher. We must free the people who have nothing to eat. They have been under siege for almost 2 years. They are emaciated and dying. We must free Darfur. Thank you.